tell us about the Steinbrenner book that's coming out on
Coming out opening day.
opening day.
Opening day, yes.
And I've already previewed it a little bit on the blog, but maybe you could tell us a little more. Like, what do you think? What do you think Yankee fans are going to think about it?
I think Yankee fans are going to find it fascinating. You're going to find out about his life, starting with his childhood. I interviewed a group of people who went to high school with him at Culver Academy. I interviewed a whole group of people who were at Williams College with him. I found his commanding officer, and all the officers who served with him at Lockbourne Air Force Base, and how he managed to get out of having to, go to Korea and got a cushy job as an athletic director in Columbus, Ohio. I interviewed his coach and a number of the players of the Cleveland Pipers basketball team, which was the first team that he owned. I revealed the true reason why he did not get to buy the Cleveland Indians from what should have been close family friends, the Stofers. Vernon Stouffer was really angry with George. You'll find out why in the book.
Okay.
You'll find out about how he and Michael Burke got together to buy the Yankees, and what happened when the two of them...
They didn't get along at all, right?
Well, Michael Burke, who was a lovely guy, George basically hammered him and hammered him and hammered him until Michael decided that, as he put it, you can't put 2 feet in one small shoe. And Michael decided to take his money and go and manage Madison Square Garden for a while. So he left it to George. And for 33 years, George has run the Yankees, and you'll find out the good and the bad.
Well, yes, I know that. What about the sons? What about Hal and Hank?
They were abused children, obviously. They both sort of stuttered as kids.
Then why would they, if they were so badly treated, why would they go into Dad's business?
They would not go into Dad's business until Dad became non-compos mentis. Had George had all his faculties, they wouldn't come within 100 miles of Yankee Stadium.
So he's not a threat to them.
He's not a threat to them anymore. He can no longer call them up on the phone and berate them for their stupidity.
And the daughters?
The daughters, who should be running the Yankees, who apparently are the smartest ones of the whole bunch, because of George's father, who believed that women should basically be, clean the dishes and wash the sheets. The women get no consideration for these jobs.
Except for their husbands get promoted.
The son-in-laws get promoted, yes, until, of course...
Until one of them goes to jail, or two of them go to jail.
No, they didn't go to jail. No? They just got divorced.
But the one recently, Kuza,
well,
his son, actually, it's one of the daughter's sons was just indicted for selling the date rape drug.
Oh, that's terrible.
I'm telling you.
Wow, you're telling me.
Really? Hot
well,
news,
this is a book about George, not about George's grandchildren.
Okay, what else?
But what else? There are a million stories that you've never heard before.
What did you? I don't want to give away.
I'm not
anything.
giving it away.
No, I don't want to give away anything. No. But is there? What did you come away from the book thinking about George? I mean, what was your final impression of him?
My final impression was, you don't want to work for him under any circumstances. That was my final impression. Also, that if he hadn't been rich, he wouldn't be seen as adorable and eccentric. He'd be seen as a lunatic.
Sorry, I was shaking because I'm laughing. Oh my God. And so people like Reggie Jackson, who are now, consultants or whatever they're
He reduced Reggie Jackson. I tell a story in this book. He reduced Reggie Jackson to a point where Reggie was going to punch him in the face. He was so furious. George wouldn't let him get on the team bus. Why? Because George hadn't given him permission. I mean, the man is a control freak of the worst order. But then
why is Reggie sitting in the box yesterday at the game?
Maybe he thinks that George is going to leave him some money in the will.
I
don't.
Okay. And so managing a team under George must have been the most
Pure hell. Pure hell. When you know that a guy like Ralph Houck, who loved the Yankees, who loved managing in New York, he had to walk away because he said that if he didn't walk away, he was going to kill him. You knew that this was not going to be easy. And of course, we haven't even talked about Billy and his five stints as manager.
I'm just wondering, a lot of sentiment. It's almost like with Nixon, when he finally died, there was all this sentiment toward him. Maybe he wasn't so bad after all. And with Steinbrenner, now that he's not with it, people are remembering him more fondly.
Well, the last chapter of this book has to do with his charity work, which is immense. I mean, he started out with the Junior Olympics in Cleveland. He and Lou Saban put together this fabulous program for kids to run track. He's helped dozens and dozens of kids go to college. He's got the Gold Shield organization where he helps the children of policemen and firemen who are killed in the line of service. He's done so much charity work over the course of his life. He's a very complicated, interesting man.
Yeah. Well, we look forward to the book.
Thank you.
Can't wait. It's going to be a huge bestseller.
Thank you.